Hi, this is Denise Mathew, and today I'm going to talk about the Profile 2-4 in human design. And if you haven't already, please feel free to check out my other videos where you can find out more about human design and how you can use it in your life. So let's get started and explore some of the characteristics of somebody with the Profile 2-4. The profiles are made up of 6 different lines, and there's 12 different combinations that can make up a profile. That means that everyone has one of these profiles, and it's based on the date and time of birth. The profiles change throughout the day, so somebody who has the same birthday as you may not necessarily have the same profile as you, because the time of their birth is different than yours. The profiles are calculated on every body graph you look at, so it's not something you have to know how to calculate. In human design, the profiles talk about our character and how we operate in the world, and add one more dimension on the information the body graph can give. I've already done videos on how the profile lines act alone, but today we're going to see how they act together. And if you want more information, you can check out the videos I've already done. The profile lines come from the conscious and unconscious sun in the human design body graph. The first number is always going to be the conscious sun, and the second number is always going to be the unconscious sun. That means when we talk about the profiles, people might feel they connect more with the first number than the second, depending on their age. Because after the age 40, more people will become aware of their second number, but might be less aware of it before the age of 40. But just because someone's not aware of it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist in their personality and character. Ultimately, both profile lines are equally important. So what does it mean to have a 2-4 profile, and how does it affect your character? Profile 2-4 is made up of the lines of the hermit and also the opportunist. When someone has a second line in their profile, that's someone who likes to be alone and can sometimes be shy. And when it's combined with the line 4, this can be someone who likes to go into hiding until their friend network calls them out into an opportunity. But because the energy of the 2 likes to hide out, and the 4 can get lonely when they're alone all the time, this can be a conflicted energy. But when somebody who carries a 2-4 energy learns how to balance the energy so that they're getting their time away as well as the time out with their friends, then things become a lot easier, and in fact, this profile can have a lot of benefits. When someone carries the energy of a 2-4 profile, they are a conscious hermit and probably like to spend a lot of time behind closed doors. But because there's another side to this profile, this can be someone who is shy and reserved one minute and bold and talkative the next, as the energy of the hermit and the social networker fight for control. Because the energy of the line 2 is like a vortex that draws people in, the hermit side of the profile will only get its way half of the time, because they're always being called out, and usually they're called out into opportunities from their network of friends and acquaintances. Eventually, though, after being out in the world for a while, the hermit side of the profile craves alone time, and the energy of the 4 needs time to regenerate as well, and once again they will drop out of the fray of life and get their much-needed respite. And after they've had their time away, the whole cycle will begin again, where they will be called out, but usually only when they're ready to engage again. Someone who carries a 2-4 profile may need time to warm up to people, as they can be shy by nature and also need to build a foundation before they can feel comfortable with new people in their lives. But when they have built that trust, someone with a 2-4 profile can relax and truly be themselves. And just like any profile that carries a 4, this can be someone who doesn't like to be criticized and who wants to be accepted for who they are. Since the 4 is all about building a foundation, friends before romance usually works better for relationships. Since all types can carry the 2-4 profile, how does it feel for each human design type when they carry this profile? When a manifestor has a 2-4 profile, they're called out into opportunities, usually by their network. And because a manifestor moves so quickly, it's important for them to inform the people that they're working with what they're doing so that everybody's on the same page. If they don't do this, there could be some confusion and people not knowing why a manifestor is doing what they're doing. But if a manifestor informs, then everything goes smoother for everyone involved. A 2-4 profile can be very beneficial for somebody who's a projector, because a projector has a period of waiting in their strategy, and because they like to hermit away with the 2 energy, it might be easier for them to be away from others until they're called out for an opportunity, or in their case, until they're invited or recognized for an opportunity. So in reality, this is one of the best profiles for a projector to have. We're going to group the generators and manifesting generators together like we usually do because their strategy is the same. So just like a projector, the 2-4 energy is pretty good for a manifesting generator or a generator type. And the reason why is because they also have a waiting time in their strategy as well. So for them, it's about envisioning what they want and then looking for outside signs of their opportunities that they're wanting. And usually that will come while they're in their waiting period. And again, they're not really getting frustrated because their waiting period is something they actually like to have and be away from other people. So just like a projector, a manifesting generator with a 2-4 profile usually has an easier time of the waiting period and less frustration. When a reflector carries this energy, they want to have the time alone just like the other types do. And by the nature of who they are, a reflector will have their own environment and their own community of people. And usually these are the people that will call them out into opportunities. And when they have the opportunities that they're called into, they just need to go through their moon cycle and decide if the opportunity is correct for them. Knowing your profile is just the beginning of what the human design body graph will tell you. But I'm going to stop here now and let you digest what I've just talked about. And please feel free to check out my other videos where you can learn more and more about human design, the body graph, and all about you. Because when we truly know who we are, life just gets easier.